Hello, 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 hello. Can you all see? Hello, hello. Uh, Hi. Okay, guys. Wait. Let me check something first. Can I do this? Uh, Hello, hello, hello. Hello, what's up, guys? Okay, let's give everybody a bit of time. Okay, so guys, if you want the file, you can scan the QR code. You can also look at the description. Okay, can all right. Hey guys, we're gonna start in a few minutes, in a few more short minutes. Teacher, don't stress. Who siapa stress? Tak ada stress lah. Hello, hello. Hi everybody. Okay guys, okay, because for YouTube Shorts, I mean YouTube Live, right? The comment and what the live is about 20 seconds delay. So every time when you ask question, right? Maybe it's already over already. So I will need to come back to the question later. Okay, can all right? Yeah. Just now I panicked a while ago because I don't know how to start the live. I cannot find where to start the live. Okay, so do you need to print the file? Okay, guys, I don't think you need to print the file. I don't think so because the belakang parts are mainly just answers. Okay, the behind part is just mainly answers. So what we will be doing today, okay, guys, I will just share with you what we will be doing today. Okay, my plan for today is, okay, we will break this into about 6 parts. So we will do one part, then rest a bit, one part, rest a bit, one part, then rest a bit. Okay, so let's say for instance, okay, my plan is I want to start with light first because light punya chapter, right? A lot of people are very confused lah. They find it very complicated lah. Okay, so for light, I will focus more on the lens and the mirror part. Okay, then after that, second part, we will talk about a bit lah, a little bit on gravity. Okay, so for gravity, I just want to touch on certain calculation, which is very tricky. For instance, like your escape velocity, linear velocity, that kind of stuff. So we will spend probably 20 to 20 minutes on the calculation for this gravity punya part. Okay, can all right. So after that, after this, then maybe we will do like a short break. Then we will come back and probably mention a little bit on heat lah. Guys, I won't be doing wave, force, and motion because number one, force and motion is a bit too basic. Number two, wave recently it is part of Jun Hao punya TTC punya booster class punya plan. So I'm going to do the heat part. Then form 4, we wrap up everything. Okay, once we go into form 5, I will teach specifically, okay, we go into series versus parallel circuit lah, okay. Nowadays, series parallel circuit very tricky. Why? Because your series parallel circuit got two types. Whether is it the light bulb parallel or is it your battery parallel? It's very different. So when you say series parallel, is it the battery series parallel or the light bulb series parallel? You have to say properly first, okay? So that the series lari lah. Okay, that one is the series parallel part. Okay, then after that, hopefully I can also do what is the difference between motor versus generator. And then then if we have a little bit more time, we will just do casual revision on transistor punya calculation. I'm specifically doing transistor calculation. Then if like I said, we got time, then we can do force and motion part 2. And then if can, we do a bit of nuclear and a bit of quantum as well. Okay, so yep, okay, can. So okay guys, are you guys ready? Sure got time Okay lah, until 1 a.m. Okay, let's go lah. Okay, so without further ado guys, this is where you can download the file. Hello Kai Ying, a lot of people punya name lah. Okay, so if you download the file, then one too early okay lah, we sampai Norway versus England okay. Oh my god, SPM all over again. I love BP is siapa? Who is this I love BP? Okay, so guys, let's start. Okay, the first question I want to look at is actually question number 12. Okay, why I choose question number 12 is because you have the basic structure of a smartphone camera. So this one sounds like a very interesting question. Okay, so now smartphone camera, guys, is this convex lens or concave lens? So is this convex lens or concave lens? Okay, so now you have to think properly. First of all, okay, usually convex lens versus concave lens. Concave lens is the thin one, the skinny lens one, which the problem is concave lens will always form something called UVD, which is a virtual image. Okay, so guys, virtual image cannot be, okay, haven't scanned the QR. Ayo, cepat lah. Okay, so usually if you use camera, right, you want to be able to capture the picture. So if you use concave lens, virtual image cannot capture. So that's why it is understood. If you see it is a smartphone camera lah, or projector lah, or even anything that has to be captured, convex lens is our way to go. Okay, yeah. So therefore, what we want here is that we want to form a real image. Okay, and remember, guys, real image is always gang with inverted one. So real and inverted is always like gang on. Okay, can. So finally, what about magnified or diminished? Okay, that one we can talk about it later. Okay, yeah, I love BP. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, so usually in LIGHT, right, when they ask this kind of question for, let's say, definition, what is meant by focal length, the best answer you can do is follow schema jawaban, or you can also follow the textbook. Okay, so what is focal length? It is from your, imagine this is your lens. So you start from the middle center all the way to this F. So this is what we call the optical center. So it is the distance, okay, between the focal point, okay, not focal length, focal point, name of the point, okay, from the focal point to the optical center of the lens. Okay, so you have to talk about the word optical center. Okay, can, all right. So usually they use O to represent one, usually lah. Okay, then next. So immediately you're going to see that they give you a drawing. Okay, so rule number 1. Okay, guys, when you draw, always remind yourself again, is it convex or concave lens? Which one are you drawing? Because convex is the converging lens. Converging lens means the light will meet, okay? Then concave is basically diverging. Diverging means the light will split off, all right? Okay, so if you want to know what is converging, diverging, okay, that is another video. But when we draw this light, converging means we will want to go to the focal point. Okay, so you always go to the focal point, whereby when I draw light, I teach this weird way, whereby number 1, we have to draw limb fried chicken, okay, LFC. So what is limb fried chicken? It means line, focus, center. Okay, when we draw lenses, line, focus, center. Okay, so what's the first thing you do? Okay, so here they never draw the convex lens. In exam, you don't have to draw the convex lens. but I'm going to draw this convex lens so it's easier for you to imagine. Okay, easier for you to imagine. So of course, guys, if this is the object, okay, this is your object, you need to realize that line line means that the first line you draw, the first thing, the L that you draw, is a line that goes all the way perpendicular to the center. Okay, guys, it applies for all the lengths, so you don't have to worry. Okay, fixed punya step, the line is fixed one, fixed. Okay, number two, the F is the one that is weird. Okay, because if you do converging is 2F. So meaning to say that you will have to pass through to the focal point. If you are drawing a diverging is going to be from F, so from the focal point. So meaning to say that by the time if you draw concave lens, you have to draw upwards. So you will see that there is another different line if it's concave lens. Okay, so oleh itu you will see that here we have 1 point, here we have the green color line. Last but not least, the third one is the blue color center line. So how do we do the center line? The center line is the one that passes through. Okay, which point you are passing through? You are passing through the optical center, meaning to say that you are passing through the center of this part. Okay, so finally, the intersection between these two lines will be your image. Okay, so therefore this is your image. Okay, when we draw image, okay, we got the lousy way and we got the professional way. Okay, so the real way that I want you all to do is that, okay, it will be best if you can do this. So when you draw your convex lens, before you finish your picture, you need to be able to imagine the image become bigger or become smaller, real or inverted, magnified or diminished. So like probably somebody will ask me, teacher, how do you know this image point downwards? Okay, because I cheat already. Because I already know. So according to the lens theory, okay, so if something goes further than 2F, now your object is on the left of 2F, you will form real inverted diminished, RID. Then if you are on 2F is RIS, RIM, VUMI, and VUM. So meaning to say, the first line is always horizontal. Okay, so RID stands for real inverted diminished. Then RIS stands for real inverted same size. RIM is real inverted magnified. VUMI is virtual upright magnified infinity. Then VUM is virtual upright magnified. So if this is now my object, I already know that my image will be terbalik. Okay, will be terbalik, become smaller because my image is real, inverted, and diminished. Okay, so guys, if you can remember the characteristics of the image, so when you draw, you will be more confident. You know that, oh, okay, the picture I get must be smaller, must be terbalik like that. Okay, can So therefore, this is only 2 marks. So little guys, not worth lah. Okay, so but anyway, you need to know how to draw lah. Okay, I can tell you, if you are worried, okay, nowadays, if you say SPM lah, okay, SPM is SPM I feel like like mirror is the trend because mirror already many years never come out. However, state paper, okay, if you just flip through state paper, very weird one, state paper they quite like to ask lens on. Walaupun I feel like mirror is the hot topic, but state paper like to ask lens because we might have people watching from let's say I don't know Johor lah, Sarawak lah, or whatever. Okay, but state paper kind of got a lot of lens one, especially those compare question. Really, you go and see first. Okay, so therefore, guys, this one something you have to ask. Can I scroll up? Like where here? Okay. Now, if you really want to learn the whole entire part of light, there is a separate video whereby there's like a 2 hour session on light. Okay, but today I just want to like run through only. Okay, so next, okay, then we have this question: the focal length definition, distance between the focal point to the optical center of the lens. Okay, can okay. Is it essay question now? Okay. The realium. Okay, for me, right? I aim lah. Okay, I aim your state paper essay to be either chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, form 5. Mesti ada this one. Guarantee, guys. 20 marks masuk pocket. Guarantee. Okay. Yeah. However, which topic I won't know lah. If you want me to guess, I will say electricity lah. Okay. Transformer is a potential motor. That's why later today, later at the end of today, right, I want to do more on chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the BM version, okay, actually, Yuzhen, okay, you see belakang ada jawapan punya you tahu. You tengok the jawapan for BM version number 12, you see here got jawapan one. Jarak antara titik fokus dengan pusat optik. So guys got answer one, okay? Guys, don't stress. I tell you lah, actually most of the answer in BM one. Later the English people will scold me one because you see, some of the answer only got BM, no English. Then later they scold me again. Very hard So teacher very hard Do English score, do BM also score. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so now the image produced by the lens, okay, which is again for people who come in late, we are going to talk about the lens is your smartphone camera lens, your the zoom lens, however, less clear when you view distant object. Okay, so what should you do to the smartphone camera? Okay, modify a smartphone camera so the distance object can be seen more clearly based on the following aspects. Okay, so guys, okay, if you want to zoom further, okay, okay, we want to zoom further. Your focal length must be longer or shorter. So very common sense one, guys. So obviously, your focal length must be longer lah. Okay. Now, why? Why? Because, okay, you just imagine. Okay, now this is my lens. This is my lens. Okay, this is the F. This is the 2F. Then this is my object. My object very far away. Okay. So because this is very to the left of 2F, right? So I will form real inverted diminish, which means that it's going to be very small. Okay. Now, however, if I want to like kasi zoom sikit, right? Okay. So what I can do is I will try to make sure that my 2F and F, my 2F and F can grow closer. Okay, can grow closer a bit, so that hopefully he reach 2F, he can be he can be real inverted same size, or he can even become real inverted magnified. So when I view the distance object, I want to zoom in, I want it to form bigger. Faham no? I want to form bigger. So that's why here, so that I can form, so that it is able to form a bigger image. Okay, so that's my aim. I want to have a longer focal length so that the F reach there. So initially it is real inverted diminished, right? I hope that it can reach real inverted same size and real inverted magnified. Okay, so therefore this is the focal length you want longer to see further stuff. Okay, Misa Mango, the if you want to do concave lens punya drawing, you can go and see one. I have another concave lens punya drawing, but I can just quickly sketch out and show you lah. If you want to draw concave lens, must be like this one. Your light the first one, okay, imagine this is your object. Okay, the first light will go all the way to the right hand side. The green color will instead go down because convex lens is converging. Your concave lens will be diverging. So therefore, it moves away from the focal point. But then you must remember this must be dotted line. Okay, if concave lens. Then after that, the last one, you will just pass through the optical center. Your image will form here. This is your image, but it is dotted line. So this is concave lens. Okay, can Okay, so this is a Misa Mango punya soalan. Misa Mango. Okay, so next. Okay, what about the diameter of lens? Guys, this one very interesting. Okay, the higher the diameter of lens, what will happen to the kuasa, the power of the lens? So will the power be higher or will the power be lower? Come on, guys. Will the power be higher or will the power be lower? So will the diameter of lens affect the power of the lens? Like whether is it magnified lah, is it diminished lah, is it diperbesar, diperkecil? Will it macam mana? Okay, so guys, congratulations. Most of you here is wrong because diameter is not equals to power. It doesn't affect at all. Totally tada. Okay, so imagine if you look at my specs, okay guys, so diameter is how big the circle is, right? So do you judge my eye punya power by looking how big my lens is? No, right? So therefore, the diameter of the lens only affect how much I can see. Yeah, so it doesn't affect the power at all. So diameter of the lens must be larger lah, but of course you want larger diameter. So the aim here is to allow more light to enter the phone camera to form brighter image. Okay. Now, sometimes people will ask me, teacher, I write allow more light enter, can cukup more light to enter. Okay, for me, I prefer to always write the what you want, then the kesan. So the kesan is why you want more light to enter, because you want to form brighter image. So when you zoom, if you use your phone punya zoom before, right? Sometimes when you zoom in, right, you realize that the image become darker, become gelap one. Okay, so you must be big enough. Okay, can alright to allow more light. So got people ask me, okay, then thickness there. Okay, very good question. Who is this? Not cats 11. Okay. So when my thickness increases, of course, my power will increase. Okay, guys, I can show you. You look at my spectacle. Okay, guys, don't tell anybody. Okay, see, you'll see my spec tebal or not? Tebal or not? Thick or not? Thick or not? Okay, so means you can say that if Jung Hao punya specs very thick, means Jung Hao very blind. Yeah, so like that. Okay, can, yeah. Okay, then after that, number of lenses. Okay, so now guys, do you want more number of lenses or less number of lenses? Okay, guys, we come back. This is actually a smartphone camera. Now, on average, guys, on average, you just look at this thing. Okay, so most of the camera, right? Okay, phone camera. Now it's like iPhone got like what 4 camera. Then after that, like other Samsung phone got like 5 camera, everything. So the realm can, if it works for you with formula, can, but I don't use the formula. Okay, so therefore you will see most of the camera now got more lenses. So we want more number of lenses. Okay. This one very dangerous. 成宇哲. Okay. Now, guys, there will be a video recording lah, because once it finishes, I think it will become a recorded version one. So don't worry. But okay, wait. Got people ask me, okay, can I write clearer object, clearer image? Okay, guys, this is a very dangerous answer. Okay, why? When you say clearer image, what do you mean by clearer? Is it brighter? Is it become bigger? Is it more sharp? So when we say clear image, we better if we can describe what you mean the clear image is. Brighter image, magnified image, like that. Okay, so clearer image is acceptable but not very specific. Okay, so why do you want more number of lenses? So you can usually form a bigger image because why you can use different lens to zoom. Like for instance, you all know like phone camera kan. Phone camera why got many lens? Because when you like enlarge to like 3 times, then your smartphone camera can have longer focal length. Okay, so you can like 5 times, then got 10 times, got 20 times. Okay, so you will see that, or if you want to say more number of lens, you can have longer focal length lens for to capture very distant object. Or you can say capture object at different distances. Some you want to take, let's say 10 meters, some you want to take 50 meters, some you want to take 20 meters, 200 meters also can. Okay. Now why diameter not related to thickness? Okay. Now okay. So Junghao got 2 specs. Okay, you see this one spec. This one is 1 spec. Okay. So if I realize that this spec punya diameter bigger, this spec punya diameter smaller, the round is a bit lesser. Can I use diameter to measure how much power the lens is? Cannot, right? Yeah. So therefore, diameter is the circle diameter of the lens. This is diameter of the lens. So if you talk about thickness of the lens is this. So thick means higher power. Diameter doesn't affect the power. Yeah, not affected. Okay, just now say already. Okay, can. Okay, guys. So, smartphone camera lens usually is more of the hot topic lah. If you ask me convex lens, concave lens, which one more important? I guess convex lens, concave lens, which one more important? I will say convex lens. Okay. So what about mirrors? Okay, what about mirrors? Okay, I'm very sure I got put one mirror picture in. Wait, you let me find. Did I put a mirror question in here? Got. When to use form sharper image? Okay, guys, if you want to see how a mirror question will be like, okay, then we will go and see the convex mirror. Telescope got separate video. Guys, I'm teaching most of the soalan today, right? Okay. That maybe my YouTube don't have one. So guys, if you want to see what was it? Telescope. Ayo, my video got one very nice, got telescope, can do essays some more. Go and watch the video. Okay. So okay. So then after that, now we straight away go and see. Okay, mirror usually, just now I say, right? Okay, usually they like to ask convex lens. Usually. Then if you say mirror, depends. Okay. Of course, convex mirror is the security mirror lor. This one lor. The mini market punya lor. Okay. Then concave mirror is usually where do you use concave mirror? Concave mirror is usually the dentist mirror, you know? So the dentist mirror is because why must use concave mirror? Because convex mirror always form diminished image. Your image always becomes smaller. But concave mirror can form magnified image. Okay, can, all right. So guys, I have to just straight away tell you the end result. I cannot teach you from the start, guys. If I can teach like in 30 minutes, guys, then I don't need 1 month to teach the whole chapter already. Okay, so today is like just conclusion only. Okay, if you really want to learn the whole thing online, feel free to go and watch the long form video. Okay, now so I will say usually is this kind of soalan lah. Okay, can, all right. So okay, then next, okay, let's see here. This is an incomplete diagram. Okay, so now I'm going to see this one. Okay, this is going to be a convex mirror punya drawing. Okay, so now I show you convex mirror. So when we draw, what do we think? Convex mirror. Okay, number one, it is a diverging mirror. Means my light will split. Okay, can? Then after that, diverging mirror. Then what is next? You must also know that my limb fried chicken punya strategy. So we will have a line, we will have a focus, and then we will also have a center. Okay, now the problem will be we will need to draw the light ray for line 1, focus 2, center is blue color 3. Okay, guys, you all observe lah. Okay, line number 1. So you draw. Okay, the most common question that I get, guys, is do we draw sampai the dotted line, or do we draw to the line, which is do we draw to the curve here? Okay, do we draw to the curve or to the dotted line? Okay, my answer is this. My answer will be, if they give you the dotted line, you draw until the dotted line. If they give you the curve with no dotted line, then you draw until the mirror. Okay, since there is a mirror here, they give you the dotted line here. Okay, so I will stop at the dotted line. So this is line number 1. Line number 2, okay, we will put this F all the way upwards. Okay, so it goes away because this is a mirror. Mirror will reflect. So this is number 2. And then last but not least, we want to reach the center C. Okay, so my line 1 do already. Guys, so LFC can be Liverpool Football Club or Lim Fried Chicken, whatever you like. Then after that, what about C? C is the line they're going to draw from the tip of the arrow all the way you sampai this C here. Okay, so ultimately your arrow will bounce back here. Okay, then here comes the problem. Convex mirror form what image? Okay, so convex mirror forms something called upright virtual diminish. Okay, now if you are my student, right, you will know UVD stands for, I don't say what it stands for. Okay, so therefore you will realize that this inside, since it is a virtual, you will have to be a dotted line. So dotted line means that my image sini will be virtual, upright, and diminish. And because it is a dotted line, I just draw one more dotted line here. So therefore, this is the answer. This question is 3 marks. So guys, to be very honest lah, okay, between wave and light, I will say that if you tak sempat finish studying everything, okay, if you really cannot finish everything, the smarter choice is to study light first, because light is very, very easy. If you know how to do lens, you will know how to do mirror. So the chapter technically is half only. You study lens, you use the lens concept to do mirror. But for wave, it's not. Wave is like, the whole entire wave is like so many different phenomena. That's why it's going to be a bit tougher. Okay. Then finally, what is the characteristics of the image form? So guys, if the case scenario you don't know how to draw, but never mind, because you know concave mirror is U very dog. So since they want to say one characteristics, I will just chinchai write virtual lah. That's it, good enough. Okay. And then finally, guys, why do they, in a mini market, why do they use convex mirror? So convex mirror is curved outwards, right? So that you will get to see what? So that you will get to see a wider viewing angle. Or you can also say you have a wider field of vision. field of vision, view of vision, Javin, all also can. All right. So guys, okay, no problem. No problem. Cool, guys. Okay. So what we will do now is you can also write upright. It's actually UVD, upright virtual diminish. So let's say you want to write diminish also can. Field of view also can. Actually, your teacher is looking for the word wider. Yeah. So the wider is the main thing. Okay. Now, guys. Okay. So now 30 minutes has passed. Okay. You see, we finished like one chapter only in 30 minutes. So if I do like 3 hours, I will only manage to do 6 chapters. Okay. So therefore, we have to go a bit faster lah. Okay. So guys, light, lens, and mirror. This one done already. Okay. So I'm just gonna like shade this a bit first. Okay. So this one done already. Okay. Now let's go and see gravity calculation for escape and linear velocity. Okay. So let's go and see calculation for gravity, which is question number 14. All right. So guys, if you're just new here, you can scan the QR code, okay, and then after that, to get the material lah. All right. Okay. Cool, guys. Okay. No problem. Okay. So now it's a communication satellite. Okay. Let's revise a bit. Guys, communication satellite. When I say communication satellite, in your brain, what must you think? So this is a what satellite? So satellite is like got how many types? So in Form 4 Chapter 3, okay, guys, it's always 3 things only. Number 1, you have to know satellite. Must know. I will say 90% okay, don't so sure 90%, it will be geo, 90%. Non-geo will be only 10% of the time, okay? So, but that doesn't mean that it won't come out. You all don't simply jinx it, I tell you. So teacher, I study geo only, cannot. Okay, geo satellite usually is anything that is live, okay? So let's say later Jung Hao watch England versus Erling Haaland. So that one is tengok live, right? So that one is geostationary satellite. If you talk about communication, okay, they are all geostationary satellite. Now, what about non-geo? Okay, so guys, remember, nowadays, can be quite tricky. Okay, so the first one is the weather satellite. So later I will tell you why weather satellite needs to be non-geo. Okay, then number 2, guys, who can tell me what other things that is non-geo also? Selain daripada weather satellite. Okay, the answer will be, we call it the Earth imaging. Earth imaging means this thing, right, goes around and take picture. So obviously they have to take picture. Let's say if you watch Google Maps, right, guys, Google Maps actually have the picture of your roof of your house, how the satellite go above, then yeah. So the third one is also GPS. Okay, can you guess what these 3 things have in common? What do they have in common? Weather satellite, Earth imaging, GPS. Okay, a creepy Xeron, that is a probe. Okay, now guys, they all need to be nearer to Earth. They have to be nearer to Earth. Okay, so you can imagine it this way. Okay, you see, one of the main thing, if I have this as an Earth, right? Okay, what's the difference between geo and non-geo? Okay, geo is always located at the same location above Earth, meaning to say, geo is like, if today this satellite is on top of Malaysia, it will forever follow Malaysia. Okay. Now, so 5384, I suspect you are 约金者. I guess lah. Okay. Guys, I mean, you cannot run away from reading facts 的东西. So you have to go and read your fact stuff. Like what is geo, what is non-geo. 这个 is too basic already. Okay. Now, then after that, we also teach this in booster already. Okay, so what is Jojo usually stick to the same location? Okay, so this is the satellite. It will rotate with the Earth together, rotate at the same speed, everything. So this is a geostationary satellite. But usually, geostationary satellite is very far away. Usually, it's very far away. So this is the geostationary satellite. Okay, guys, you want to take picture of your house, Earth imaging. You want to take picture of your house. This satellite for Earth imaging one should be closer to Earth or further away from Earth. Of course, closer to Earth, right? So therefore, you see, Earth imaging, weather satellite. If you want to see the weather, right, you need to fly very high or not? No need, right? Because you have to see the clouds and everything, right? So usually non-geo satellites they are closer to Earth. They are very much closer to the Earth. So they are nearer to Earth. So that multiple reasons. Number one, they can take clearer picture because Earth imaging, satellite, weather satellite, they can observe the Earth punya weather, the movement of the clouds and everything. Then GPS, so that you have low latency. Okay, do you know what's low latency? Latency means like you play game, right? Got ping, right? Yeah. Can I write GPS name directly in the exam or must write full name? Wow, user, this question very good. Okay, let me see the textbook. If textbook write full name, then we write full name. Okay, guys, you see everything not my opinion one. No, I follow textbook. I follow law one. No tipu one. Okay, so let's look at what the textbook is. Okay, so guys, remember, if you are not sure what to use, maybe sometimes Jung Hao say this, then your school teacher say another thing. Best version to follow is textbook. Your textbook is your Bible. Okay, so now, okay, we see what did the textbook write? 103, 104, 105. Oh no, the two pages hilang already. Never mind. Okay, I see the BM version book. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, guys, I remember is you have to write. No wall. They write GPS only wall. They write GPS only wall. Yeah. So therefore, since they okay to write GPS, then okay, you just write GPS, no? Okay, can. Since the textbook write GPS. Okay, can Okay, so next we will continue. No need to bring all okay. I don't know what time will we pengsan okay. So guys, remember the non-geo is everything that is closer to the Earth. So usually non-geo application it needs to be nearer to the Earth. Okay, can alright. So guys, so communication satellite confirm geostationary. When we choose this kind of essay question, whereby this satellite is related to the number of solar cell and so on. Okay, guys, the answer is I will choose geostationary since this is a telecommunication satellite. And then after that, the antenna must be big. The mass must be lower. So my answer will be satellite J. Okay, can very easy one. Okay, guys, if you want answers, you can refer at the back of the material. Okay, so I don't think we will be able to do all. I don't think so. Okay, all right. Now, let's look at this calculation. Okay, guys, what is the speed of satellite orbiting the Earth? Okay, so I want everybody to check this out. Okay, V equals to square root GM over R. V equals to square root 2GM over R. So guys, is this answer, okay, which formula should I use if I want to find the speed of satellite mengelilingi bumi going around the Earth? Which formula should I use? The left punya or the right punya? Guys, come on, let's look at this one. Should I do the left formula or the right formula? Of course, guys, yeah. The left-hand side one is going to be called the linear. The right-hand side is going to be called the escape. Okay, So now I'm gonna do this calculation okay. Kita tengok dulu Wow, all these people very pro Okay. So what is G, guys? This G is a gravitational constant. Okay, now guys, they never give G. Where can you find the G? Where can you find the G? In the formula sheet. So you have to go to the front part of the formula sheet. Okay, guys, here I never give you formula sheet. Okay, so this is going to be the 6.67 times 10 to the power of negative 11. Okay, Ken? Okay, very good. Okay, so now, okay, we are going to do this. So 6.67 times 10 to the power of negative 11. I want to find the speed of the satellite. Okay, so my calculation, I do like this. Then my mass here, 600 kg satellite, 600. Then the distance is 300. Wow, km, guys. Km is tricky. So 300,000. Okay, guys, this calculation, why I calculate out tapi wrong? Why is this wrong? Wrong. Dang. Yes, correct. Okay. So guys, remember, you all cannot always rely on the information that's given. So actually at the bottom here, I will give you, given the radius of Earth is this, given that mass of Earth. Okay, guys, if you trust me, if you believe in me, when you do all these questions, right, okay, try to try to draw. So when you draw it out, it actually helps you very significant one, like, okay, like I will actually draw this out. So this is my satellite. Sorry, this is my Earth. So this is my satellite. Okay. So I don't really use what R plus H whatever. All I know is that I need to find the total how far they are. Since this is only from the Earth's surface, dari permukaan bumi okay. I hope my BM students are doing fine okay. So what you will realize here is that V equals to square root 6.67 times 10 to the power of negative 11. Your mass should be 5.97 times 10 to the power of 24. Hey, don't need to add mass of satellite Nothing to do with the mass of satellite. 不关它的事okay? Then after that, you will see. So the distance above the sky is 300 km. Radius of Earth is 6,300 km. So obviously these two we add together So I will get 6,670,000 meter. So we will do this calculation. Okay, Ken, all right. So now we got the speed of the satellite. Okay, so let me just press this out. Okay, because I don't actually look at the answer. Divided by 6670 then square root answer. Okay, guys, I found the velocity to be 7,726.578 meter per second. Okay, Ken, all right. Why the satellite 600 kg? Because the satellite is 600 kg. Now, what do you mean by why? So this is wrong. We do not use the 600 kg here. Ni salah, wrong. Okay, we do not add the mass of the satellite. When you want to find the satellite going around the Earth, you have to use the mass of the Earth, not the mass of the satellite. Okay, Okay. So then next, what is our next part here? Okay, Ken, all right. So what Chidaro is racing Are you serious Okay, now next. So then what about the period of satellite? Okay, guys, how to do this question? Okay, I once let some student do this soalan before. And the way they do this, right, is, oh my God, guys, so crazy, man. It's damn crazy, man. They literally do this. Like T equals to what? 4 pi square R cube over GM. Which, guys, this formula is not given. So kalau you want to use this formula, then can you move your webcam? It's blocking the answer. Like that. I cannot. I guys, this is my second session of YouTube Live. I don't even know how to like calibrate everything, guys. I promise you, right? My next round of live, sure, very premium one. Okay, can, all right. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so therefore it's 7,726.578. So guys, if this is not given, then macam mana? Are you serious? You are going to like plan to like, I mean, are you seriously going to memorize this? Um no. Wait, Roxon Snowball 8146. It will be in the YouTube live. It will be kept there forever until I probably delete it, but I won't delete it, I guess. Okay. Now, guys, okay. So, guys, no need lah, adoy. You just have to use V equals to 2 pi r over t. Don't you know what this is? Okay. The problem about gravity, why you all find it very susah, is because you all go and use very complicated punya stuff to do. You go and think of all the weird formulas. Guys, you have the velocity of the satellite. You want to find the tempo, the period of the satellite t. You also have the r. The r is the whole entire thing. You throw everything in, 2 pi r over t is because 2 pi is a circle, right? Correct or not? Correct or not? So therefore, it is very easy lah. So you just throw in, okay, I'm going to just chuck this calculation in. So it's like 7726.578 equals to 2 pi, r is 6670000, then divided by t. So I will be able to calculate my t. But then please remember, guys, whatever t that you calculate out, right, is actually in seconds. Okay, so therefore it's going to be 5,423.9854 seconds. Okay, remember, guys, you are okay in gravity and quantum and nuclear. I will suggest you to take more decimal place. No worries on. Okay, but remember the minimum decimal place is 3. You have to take more than 3, means 3 and above, greater or equal to 3. Okay. So guys, I already talked about escape linear calculation. I even managed to compare live satellite. Okay, I also managed to do comparison of geo versus non-geo. Okay, now if we look at decimal place, not really like a significant figure. We use decimal place. Yeah, decimal place, phantom. Okay. Now, so okay, guys. So therefore, this one siap already, done already. Okay, then guys. If I have time and if I can choose, right, guys, I hope you all can go and read a bit of Kepler's law. Okay, because Kepler's law is very fun. It's easy. It's easy. It's hi sir, you think will come out all this stuff or you just do creepy Ziran. If this will come out, right, then I don't need to teach already. I just straight away give you jawaban. I don't even need to teach this live. I just paste answer, put in the QR code, then everybody just do the paper siap lah. What for I want to waste my saliva and teach? Correct or not? So I don't know what's gonna come out. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, guys, let's come back to here. If you see banyak state paper, okay, if you go and see the state paper, okay, you will realize that they kind of like to ask Kepler's, because Kepler's the Kepler is actually very easy to learn, like Kepler's first law, second law, third law. Then if you look at state paper, they like to ask. Okay, guys, I can even show you the state paper. Wait, let me just look at the state paper, SPM topical form 5 chapter 3. Okay, so you see not they quite like to ask Kepler's law. So you can see this T1, T2. So this is obviously going to be Kepler's law. All right, Ken, because you're going to compare. Then you see Pahang, set 1, also Kepler's law, but this is your Kepler's first law. Then after that, the centripetal force as well. Then you see, this is also Kepler's law, which is, this is what Kepler's second law. Okay. Yep, Jade, the answer is in seconds. If you calculate out, it's in seconds. If you use meter per second, you will get seconds. Okay. So guys, it's actually very easy lah. Okay, let me just have a look. This is satellite. Yeah. So you if can, you see this Kelantan is also Kepler's law. So when we come back to my book here, okay, I will say that it is best you study Kepler's law, geostationary, non-geostationary satellite. Okay, if you can do the difficult stuff, whatever come out in the front will be very easy. Okay, so light, lens, mirror also siap already. Kepler's also siap already. Okay, now guys, if light you want to do like insurance you takut you study lens, mirror later, what if you flip car, right? Okay, guys, always study total internal reflection as a backup plan. Okay, as a backup plan. So meaning to say that if you have extra time, you can go and study total internal reflection. Okay, can, all right? Okay, now we will go into the heat part. Okay, now guys, we will go into the heat part. Okay, so for heat, people who know Junghao know heat is my favorite chapter. Okay, people who know Junghao right, knows that heat is my favorite chapter. I don't know why, I just like heat capacity, latent heat, and everything. So we're gonna spend about 15 to 20 minutes on the heat punya chapter. All right. Then after that, the remaining time will be all Form 5. Okay, the remaining time will be all Form 5. Okay. So guys, everybody just look at this question. Okay, so this one is membawa, you bring layer of food back to school. Okay, so the purpose of you bring food back to school is, okay, guys, remember how to deduce, deduce the meaning from formula. Means what? Deduce the meaning from a formula. What meaning? You mean definition, is it? Definition is not always from formula. Most of the time, yes, but I will say probably 60% of the time, right, formula is not the definition. Only probably 40% of the time is. Okay. Now, okay, guys. So when we do essay question, okay, guys, number one, what is the most important thing? Now, I get very angry, when I see people do essay question, their style is what? They just straight away pick. They never read the purpose of this bag. So this bag, this lunch bag, okay, is it that you want the lunch bag to be more portable, you want it to keep warm, you want to like how to say, you want to like so that it's lighter, safer, or what? So always okay, then you see they say that to keep the food warm for a few hours. Okay, so the rule here, I know that I'm designing an insulator. So your brain will be like an insulator. Especially, guys, okay, especially for cooking pot. Okay, cooking pot. Wow, those people don't read question one, because cooking pot, if you want to cook fast versus you want it to store, you want it to keep warm, these two punya answer is different. Cook fast is usually heat conductor. Keep warm is usually heat insulator. So the whole answer is very different. Cook faster and keep warm, different. Okay, no. So now keep the food warm, insulator. Okay, now you're choosing a lunch bag that can keep warm. Okay, guys. I want to try one thing now. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't know what happens if I press this button. Okay, but guys, tell me what do you see? Do you really see ads? Okay, let me just try, guys. Okay, so what do y'all really like see ads? Like legit? Like legit? Like serious? Damn, that's funny, man. Yeah, no, because there's a button here that I can actually tekan to get ads. So I don't know, man. Like there's a button here. Okay. Do I get the money? I don't know, man. Probably. I don't know. I don't see the money, guys. I don't see it here. I can probably show you after that, lah. Okay, can. Yeah. Okay, but it's fun to do this. Okay, now, so anyway, okay, let's continue. Okay, the type of lunch bag, PQRS. Okay, now we have insulated. Okay, you're noisy. I spam ads. Okay, now, so, yeah. Well, guys, it's actually very funny. It's actually very funny because I can actually like insert the ads. But then the downside of it is like 200 of the people in this class actually left because I put ads. They're angry, I guess. Okay, now, so come on, guys. Okay, so the bag for lunch bag PQRS to bring his food to school. Okay, so the material of food bag, the inner layer of food bag, the specific capacity of food bag, density of food bag. Can you guys tell me which is the food bag that I want? Remember, now I am looking for an insulator. Okay, so PQROS. Okay, so of course, if you see the inner layer of a food bag, it's most of the time a shiny surface, correct? And because if we want it to be a insulator, we want it to be able to like reduce the heat loss. I'm looking for high specific heat capacity, low plastic. So my answer will be P. Okay, guys, I don't care what the question is. It could be a food bag, it could be a lunch bag, it could be a food panda bag, a grab bag, a Shopee bag, or whatever. But guys, for bag, it's always low density. So why do we use low density? What's the purpose of that? School bag, whatever, guys, as long as a bag. Okay, so you want low density. Okay, remember, density is not related. Is not related to strength, meaning to say there's no such thing as 叫什么? There's no such thing as like higher density stronger. No, okay. Sashimi, I saw the word the haram word okay. Now, so low density we will usually say lower mass. So if it's lower mass, then we will say that it is more portable to be carried around. Okay, can, all right. Okay, so more portable. Okay, then after that, why you want, if density can train muscle macam gym. Chidaro, who are you? I want to know what's your real name. Okay, now, yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's continue to the next part. Okay, so specific capacity of food bag. So why do you want high specific capacity? Okay, guys, remember, we do the number when you write essay. Okay, we do not write the number. Don't say in your essay, don't say the density must be 1670. You write high density. Why? So that it acts as a heat insulator. Okay, insulator. So even better, elaborate that you can reduce the heat loss to surroundings. Okay, so don't say, okay, guys, don't use the word what wait doesn't lose heat. No. Reduce heat loss to a surrounding is a very, how to say, fixed word to use. To the surrounding, because you put the bag, so you don't want it to go out. Okay. Yeah. You're supposed to write table, but because I don't have space here. Okay, I don't have space here. Okay, and after that, why would you choose plastic instead of cloth? Okay, guys, why should food bag always be plastic, not cloth material? Okay, there are many reasons. Number one, you food, right? Maybe your food got soup. Maybe your food got kuah. Maybe your food got whatever liquid stuff. So plastic versus cloth, right? First of all, you can say that it is waterproof. Okay, is it acceptable? Can. And also it is also more durable. Okay, more durable in a way that it can last longer. Because if you use cloth, right, it will tear. That's why food bag cloth, God, there is actually food bag which is made up of cloth. But you will realize that that thing, right, the handle very fast putus one, okay? Because it is not durable. You will tear the kain very fast. You will tear the cloth very fast, okay? So waterproof, it's going to be more durable. Okay. Then after that, why shiny surface? Okay. So this one we're gonna say so that it is able to reflect heat back into the food. So because when you have food, right, the food will release the heat. But if the outside is a shiny surface, when the food releases the heat to the outside, the shiny surface will reflect the heat back into the food. So it reflects the heat back. Yeah. So therefore, it kind of like trap the heat. Okay, it reflects the heat back into the food. So therefore, this is a like a lunch bag lah. Okay, guys. Nowadays, trap heat uh, can lah. Okay, can. Okay, so now, okay, we got one very specific question. Okay, Kwan Yuzhen asked me. Okay, this Kwan Yuzhen punya question are very complicated. Okay, teacher, why here we write high? Okay, why here the answer for 1670 we write high? But why sometimes we will write the number, like the value? Okay, so now I give you contoh. Okay, that's a very good question, Ethan. So it is like this one. If let's say you ask me what is the value of the fuse, okay, I suddenly go into Form 5 Chapter 3 fuse. Fuse usually is you have to write the value. Why? Because you cannot say higher fuse or lower fuse, ma. So we only write the number when the thing has to be very specific, when it has to be specific. Like for instance, your geostationary satellite punya itu apa? Geostationary satellite punya orbital period. So the orbital period is 24 hours, correct? So you have to write 24 hours. You cannot write longer, shorter, higher, further, cannot. So, you have to see the situation. That thing is specific or not. If 它一定要 must be that number, then you write the number. Okay, can So why do I look like Harlan? Wow. Of course, my height in real life I very tall also. Yeah. Okay, can. All right. Okay. So let's continue to the next part. Okay. So guys, this essay question can make sure you know all the theory related to the stuff. Okay. If you got no question, okay. Now let's look at this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, can. All right. Okay, now, so let's talk about thermal equilibrium and the concept of thermal equilibrium. I don't know why recently a lot of people ask me, hey, teacher, can explain thermal equilibrium? Why? Okay, thermal equilibrium there has a very common misconception. Okay, guys, see, two picture, very fast one. Well, guys, I think today we cannot finish electricity, electromagnet. I don't think we can do that. Okay. Now imagine if I have two objects now touching each other. Okay. So if this is 100 degrees Celsius, this is 0 degrees Celsius. Can 100 degrees Celsius give heat energy to 0 degrees Celsius? So the answer is yes, law. Will 0 degrees Celsius give 100 degrees Celsius? The heat energy will or will not? So the answer is also yes. So remember, guys, no matter what happens, I don't care what happens, heat will always be exchanged. You will always give and take. Okay? But then, the most important thing, guys, is we care about this thing called the net heat flow. Okay? So you need to familiarize yourself what is net heat flow. Okay, so let's just throw in some values. Maybe the 100 degrees Celsius gives 0 degrees Celsius 200 joules of heat energy. But then your this 0 only give back 50 joules. So if left give right 200, the right hand side give left hand side only 50. So my net heat flow is 150 joules, which also means that this one, rugi, the left hand side, rugi 150, this one positive 150. So you have a, yeah, okay. Rate of heat transfer, no. Net heat flow is the same as net rate of heat transfer. The word net is the important. Okay, Ken, all right. So guys, here comes the very challenging question. Okay, now, if suddenly I've got two objects, mana tahu these two objects, they suddenly touch each other long enough, they both have same temperature. So let's just imagine this is 70 degrees Celsius. Let's just imagine this is 70 degrees Celsius. Huh? What? Why this is negative 150? Rugi one. You give 200 but you take 50. You give 200 but you take 50. So obviously the net heat flow, there's a net heat flow. Okay, Ken, all right. Because this is hot. Technically, this is hot. This is cold. So you will always have a heat exchange. Okay, Ken, all right. Ken, Hey, Yue Jingze, are you still here? Yue Jingze, if you are here, this one important. Net heat transfer, net heat flow. Yes, they are all the same, guys. The most important word is the net. Okay, Ken? Yeah. Okay, now both of them also 70 degrees Celsius. Okay. So if they are both 70 degrees Celsius, okay, okay, what's the meaning of net? Net means difference. Net means you minus away. The difference is called net heat transfer. Okay? Okay, next, okay, we look at this 70 degrees Celsius. So now guys, this now same temperature already. Will this still give heat energy to the right hand side? Yes or no? Same temperature already. Will it still give heat energy? So the answer is yes. 0, will it still give heat energy to 70? So the answer is also yes. There will always be an exchange of heat energy. Okay, but then now, this one give 200 joules, this one give back 200 joules. So eventually, your net heat transfer is equals to 0 joules. Understand? Your net heat transfer is 0 joules. Technically, you have no net heat flow, but you still have heat flow. Okay, Ken, all right. So the scary question is this one. This is a scary question because this is 4 marks. How would you explain they become as cold as the ice drink in the glass? I don't know why they put the picture saying it on. So weird. Okay, but anyway, let's come back to here. Okay, Ken. Okay, now, well, let me drink water first. Okay, so how are we going to write this? Okay, so number one, we must say that your straw and they say what? The ice drink, the stainless steel straw and your ice drink is in thermal contact. Okay, so guys, the first word is thermal contact. This is your the go-to word. Okay, wow, 1 mark already. Okay, then you will say that there will be heat flow. Now, guys, you all don't simply goreng, okay? If this is the cup of water, right, correct? And then this is the straw, right? So you must think who is giving who heat. Technically the straw has more heat, okay? So because the drink is cold, so there will be heat flow from straw to the ice drink. Okay, from the straw to the ice drink. Okay, so guys, this answer, how can I make this answer even better? How can I make this answer better? Okay, the answer is we will add the word net heat flow. Okay, why? Why adding net very important? Because no matter what happens, your heat always pass each other. Correct? Okay, always pass each other. But now it means when you say net, means that what you're trying to say is more heat from the straw to the ice drink. So when you write heat, okay, uh, fantastic, fantastic 666. The cannot, because when you say heat transfer between them, you never tell me who is getting more, who is getting less. So your answer is incomplete. So cannot. I ban the answer. Okay, fantastic. Your answer not very fantastic. Okay, then next, the third one. Okay. So the third point will be now we will say the temperature of the straw will decrease until it reaches same temperature as ice drink. Okay? Can, all right. Uh, and then after that, last but not least, okay, can, yeah. Okay, so, ayo, if you guys know me, this is like I already very control already. Okay, very controlled. I'm like trying to be a professional teacher already. Okay, if you know the real me, confirm. Okay, so temperature of straw will decrease until it reaches the same temperature as the ice cream. So finally, they both reach thermal equilibrium. So therefore, their net heat transfer is 0. Therefore, that's it. So the net heat transfer is 0. Okay, can, all right. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let's go, guys. Okay, so the heat is almost quite finished already. Okay, okay, guys, if you really give me more time, which I really don't have more time already. Okay, I would want to do this soalan. Okay, let me show you which soalan. Remember or not, guys? You will realize that the explanation for 4 marks is very important. So usually people nowadays, right, they don't have the patience. I mean, like you guys are like too hyper already. You guys don't have the patience to actually go and learn how to write 4 marks step by step. So that's why you have to like really know the step by step will be like, okay, first is in thermal contact. Then okay, so the straw gives more heat. Then it reaches the same temperature. We say this is equilibrium, so means that their heat will be balanced and so on. So therefore, you have to know that okay. Now, if I got time, I would want to do the calculation for this, okay, which this is related to what we call the calibration of thermometer, okay. But like the most important one will be this one, okay, this one. whereby it is a 5 marks calculation. Okay, 5 marks calculation. Okay. Sir, are you watching the game later? No. I'm watching your results right now. Okay. Yeah. So we will sketch the temperature time graph. Okay, if can, and then after that, the latent heat calculation, guys. This one also very important. 5 marks. Okay, please do this. Not now lah. Me can do this later. No, I'm not ending yet. Okay, you wish I'm ending it now. I'm gonna do Form 5 chapters already. Okay, guys. So you have to sketch graph. So this graph will look something like this. Okay, you can picture it. It looks something like this. Is this being recorded? The answer is, to be very honest, I think yes. I don't know. I never press recording, but I know YouTube, right? They got keep their live on, so that they keep their live, so later you can rewatch back the live. I suppose lah. Okay, can, all right. Okay, now, so once you are done with this thing, okay, you can do this question. So therefore, that this is going to be something like MC theta plus ML plus MC theta macam ini. Okay, so therefore, the calculation is not as easy as you think it is. So guys, please try this out. I chose this question for a reason. Okay, can Okay, now, so let's, wow, very tiring guys. So now the heat already siap. Okay, the heat already siap. So therefore, yep, we are done with the whole Form 4 stuff already. Okay, now, okay, what, Khalifa? Okay, so anyway, okay, you guys got no problem. Now let's go and see series let me think. Should we do transistor calculation first? Yeah, I think we should do transistor calculation first. Okay, let's do transistor calculation first. Okay, now. Okay, for transistor, it's going to be our first question here lah. Okay, so let's go and see question number 1. Okay. Okay, so come on, let's go. Okay, so shows a transistor used as an automatic switch. So name the type of transistor used in the circuit. Okay, so remember, if you are weak in Form 4, studying transistor is worth your time, because transistor is only 2 types. NPN, kalau bukan NPN, is PNP, that's it. So therefore, this will be your NPN transistor. Okay, so transistor. Don't just write NPN now, okay? So what is the function of RB? Okay, I picked this question is because it has something to do with the naming, with the labeling and everything. Okay, look, guys, everybody. Okay, what is the purpose of P and Q? Okay, if they ask you the P and Q punya function, okay, the answer is they act as a potential divider. Wait, where should I write? Okay, I should write it on top. P and Q, they act as a potential divider. Okay, we will talk about this potential divider later. Okay, but you just need to know this is 6 volts. So yes, I have a playlist on transistor. Yes, okay, it's not really like a playlist, it's part of the revision video. Okay, yes, okay, later I can show you. Okay, but anyways, so you see this 6 volt is being shared across the P and Q. So let's say if your P is 2 volts, your Q will be 4 volts. If your P is, let's say, 5 volts, this is going to be 1 volt. So therefore, you will share the 6 volt. So you just divide the 6. The 6, if this take 2, they'll take 4. If this take 5, this take 1. If this take 3, this take 3. Just always that. Okay, to divide their potential. Then what is the purpose of RB? Okay, so now you have to know. So this is collector. This is base, this is emitter. you need to know the naming of the transistor first. Like what is the name of the C, the B, and the E. So you can see that this RB, okay, the RB is connected here so that I can control the base circuit. Yes, correct, Kaising, very good, okay. But we don't say base circuit, okay. You can say either to control, or you can also to say to limit the base current. So one thing good about transistors, right? The answers are very predictable, very theory. So the questions that they ask is all very similar. So therefore, transistor is worth your time. Okay, especially if it's structured, guys. You don't have a choice. You need to choose. Okay. Now, state one characteristics of component Q. I let some of the students do this question before. And you know what everybody will write? They very funny one. They all go and write, oh teacher, I know this Q is LDR, yeah. So they write the name of it is called light dependent resistor. Hey, hello guys, this one can get correct answer no? Cannot. They want you to write characteristic, not the name of the thing. Faham? Okay, so you cannot write light dependent resistor. Characteristics, you have to describe what is a light dependent resistor. So you can say that the component Q, the resistance of Q, okay, you don't have to say it changes as light intensity changes. So it changes with the light intensity. So when your light intensity increase, okay, it goes this way, right? When your light intensity increase, you punya resistance decrease pula. Then vice versa. When your light decrease, then resistance increase. So it goes the other way around. Okay, Okay, now the favorite part of the question. Okay, so this calculation, right, guys? Okay, again, because we are, for some of you, not even 48, 36 hours later is your physics exam. Okay, Ken? 36 hour later, your physics exam starts. You don't have that much time to really go and learn from the basics and everything. So that's why the smartest thing you can do right now, okay guys, the smartest thing you can do right now, is to try to understand what I'm doing and I'm showing you. Okay, so you see, you will realize that, okay, VB has to be more than 1.5. So VB is the base voltage. So the problem is, do you know where is the base voltage located? That is the problem. Where is the base voltage located? Okay, VB is the bottom part. So this is always our VB. So problem is how people don't know where base voltage is. Base voltage is always at the bottom, not at the LDR, but it's always at the bottom side of your transistor. Okay, now this has to be at least 1.5 V. Faham? Okay, the top part will be what? The top part will be 4.5 V. Okay, Ken? So now they want you to calculate what is the resistance of Q. Okay, guys, remember, there is a 3-step ratio here. Okay, I want everybody to just see properly. Okay. Put down your pen, pencil, paper first. Okay, there's a 3-step ratio. So next time when I say transistor is 3-leg, right? Collector, base, emitter, right? You must remember transistor also got 3-step ratio. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what? You see properly, okay. Vp divided by resistance of P. So the voltage of P and the resistance of P is a fixed ratio, will always equals to the voltage of Q divided by the resistance of Q. It's a fixed ratio. Okay? So if now I take the resistance of P and resistance of Q, then what will this be? Okay, you all guess. So what will the top be if I take resistance of P to resistance of Q and then I add them up together? So my answer will be, since you add the total of these two, then obviously it's going to be equals to the 6 volt. Faham? Yeah. So it will be the VP plus VQ, which is equals to 6. Okay. So guys, if you look at your school teacher or like textbook, right, there's a very weird formula one. They will susun the formula in a way like what to be honest, guys, I can't even say the formula because I don't remember their format. I think they use something like what RQ over RP plus RQ multiplied by VT equals to VQ, something like this one, if I'm not mistaken. But if you try to look at my step, it is exactly the same. So this is legal. You don't have to memorize that. You just have to memorize the ratio that I said. Okay? So now, guys, kita nak cari apa now? What are we looking for? Leceh, guys. Okay. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find resistance of Q. Okay? So now very easy. I don't even need to use that. Okay, because why? I've already have the 4.5. So I know that VP is actually 4.5. Okay, then I also know VQ is actually 1.5 because they add together, they must be 6, right? Finally, the rintangan P is 10.5 kilo ohm. Okay, so make sure you know, okay, this is kilo, K. So you calculate out your RQ. So guys, how much your RQ will be? Okay, so it will be 1.5 divided by 4.5 times 10.5 thousand. So guys, I get 3,500 ohm, or you can also write 3.5 kilo ohm. Up to you. Okay, Ken. So guys, is the calculation easy? Very easy one. You just have to remember, Jung Hao called this I'm going to call this the 3-step ratio. Okay, because step 1, you see top, step 2, step 3. 3-step. Oh. Can moral exam, very easy one. Next time you see old people, you must hold them across the street. Next time you see pregnant lady, you must give the seat to the pregnant lady. Then your moral exam sure 100 marks. Very easy one. Okay, now next. Okay, now we are going to see. So why the light bulb can light up at night? Okay. Guys, I can sense you agak-agak, some of you start to tired already. Okay, now, okay, so you're tired. Want to watch ads? Not. Wanna? Okay, now, so okay, guys. So how does this thing work? Okay, so this thing works by looking at wait. Okay, wait. Okay, let me crop this thing first. Does your parents ask why this teacher so weird? Freaking at night, 24 hours before exam, baru buat live. Okay, now, so let's have a look. Okay, so why it lights up at night? Okay, because at night, right, when your light intensity starts to decrease, your resistance actually will increase. So they are always terbalik punya. Then your voltage will increase. So therefore, you technically have high base voltage. Okay, So remember, guys, we always look at this bottom part. We are looking at this corner, okay? Like you watch football and you want to look at the corner. So if this part is higher, you will see high base voltage. There will be more base current. So, okay, how a transistor works is this way. You must have base current, then only you can have collector current. So meaning to say, in order to switch on the bulb, guys, in order to buka the lampu of the light bulb, right, you need to have RB first. You need to have RB first, then only your light will flow into your bulb. You get what I mean now, guys? You need to have RB first. Yeah. Okay, so therefore, okay, watch. Can do same thing before KL exam or not? By Wago, of course. I very fair one. Okay, I very fair one. Okay. Now, so okay, come, let's go, man. All right. Now, so we can say at night. So we can say as light intensity decreases, then you will realize that the resistance of Q, since we never give it a name, you just say resistance of Q lah. Okay, increases. Can you see? So guys, before you write your answer, always write out like the LRV. So then you will see resistance of Q increases. Okay, then you can say that your base voltage will increase. So do you see not? My answer here is L R V. So if you have followed my class from the start, like my normal class, right, you will realize that it's always LRV, like resistance voltage. Okay, then your base voltage will increase. So once your base voltage increases, okay, then you have to say the next part, lor. So therefore, there will be your base current will increase. Guys, the answer very funny one, you know. You just literally just say it will increase, then it increases, then it increase, and flows across the transistor. So therefore, your transistor switches on and collector current will flow. Yeah, that's it. And collector current will flow. Guys, this answer that I write is enough for you to answer even if the exam question asks 4 marks, guys. Even if the exam question asks for 4 marks, this answer can help you to get 4 marks. So I just write everything dalam saja. No need to so leceh. Okay, can, all right? Yeah. So therefore, that's what your idea is lah. Okay, Ken? Okay, so therefore, guys, for transistor, no lah. Usually 4 marks, you can summarize it, of course, okay? But not trying to answer the 2 marks only, right? I mean, like today, are you trying to get 2 marks? The whole point is you are going to like expect what will come out, right? So if I think the exam will come out 4 marks, then obviously I write 4 marks answer. Okay. Now, okay, so once you guys are done with this, so we are also done with transistors already. Wow. Okay. Then we will go to the next one. Okay, so jom. Let's go. Okay, guys, I feel like, what does RB do? To limit base current. Just now we said already. The function of RB is to control or limit the base current. So meaning to say, it prevents the current from immediately going into the base. So we put that, right, many reasons. One of it is that our transistor will tend to last longer because it stops like extreme high current into the transistor. Because first of all, your transistor is very small, it's very sensitive. So you don't want to like overload your transistor. Okay, so Fantalit Brevo. Okay, now let's look at electricity punya essay question. Okay, guys, I think after electricity, right, I don't think we can still do electromagnet lah. Okay, but electromagnet, usually the tough one is motor and generator. Maybe we can still do motor and generator, but for quantum physics and nuclear, we'll see how it goes. Okay, Ken, all right. Okay, next. Now, 13. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, guys, do you know how a fuse work? What about Form 5 Chapter 7 now? Okay, guys, if you really want to do Form 5 Chapter 7, right? Okay, you go and see my YouTube, okay, whereby my YouTube has a revision trial part 1. Okay, I can show you on my phone. Okay, pada masa yang sama, I just want to rest. Yes, the thing will melt, that one. That thing, yes, correct. Okay, it's actually this one. Um, this one, for the whoever who asked me about chapter 7, there's this thing that says chapter 7. Okay, I don't know if the quality of the camera, see not? There's threshold frequency here. This one. Okay, so go watch it, bro. Okay, can ZW. Go watch it, bro. Very easy one. Okay, about what time will I be done today? Okay, guys. Based on the amount of people, I think you guys like almost half dead already, right? I think probably I'll do like 12-ish like that. 12-ish. 12 plus then gone already. Probably like 12:30, maybe. Okay. No, 3 a.m. Bro, don't lah. Okay, now, okay, so let's see this fuse one. Okay. So for the fuse, okay, you have to modify the fuse in the figure to ensure the fuse can protect the electrical appliance from being damaged. So usually what we will say here is the resistance of the wire, the melting point of the wire, the value of the fuse, and the other appropriate aspects. Okay. Now, let me ask you. Okay. For the resistance of the wire, right? For fuse, okay, guys, fuse, your resistance needs to be higher or lower. Resistance must be high or your resistance must be low. Guys, what? Fuse resistance macam mana? Higher or lower? The resistance of a fuse must be higher or lower. Come on, guys. Try to think. Okay, the answer is you ask yourself first. Does fuse need to produce heat or not? So fuse need to produce heat? Heat, no? Yes, no? So the obvious answer is yes. We want the fuse to heat up, right? Because if the current is too much, the fuse, right, it actually melts to prevent the current to be like, how to say, if your current too high, then the fuse will need to melt. Okay, the fuse will need to melt. So oleh itu, the fuse must have high resistance. So the resistance must be higher. Okay, then what about the melting point of the wire? What about the melting point of the wire? Okay, the answer very obvious. Do you want the wire to melt? Do you want the fuse to melt? Should the fuse melt to protect you? The answer is yes. So oleh itu, we are looking at low melting point. Okay, we are looking at low melting point of the wire. So the answer is low melting point lah. Okay, Ken, all right. So therefore, this one I will give you answer. So you can have a look at yourself, see what you need to do and everything. Okay, Ken, Then, okay, now guys, okay, we have 4 diagrams here. Okay, guys, we second half already, because actually I skipped dinner, so I second half already. I very hungry already. Come on, guys. Okay, we got 4 circuits. RSTU. Can you choose which circuit is better? Which circuit is better? Okay, so I purposely don't show you the, how to say, I don't show you the question. I don't show you the category. Because here, if you see 4 pictures, you need to know that if I got 4 pictures, I need to find four differences. Four perbezaan. You faham? So can you find four differences in this picture first? You obviously have to see the four differences. Okay, so the answer is okay. Let's get it rolling. Okay, so I can see that there's a 15 ampere, there's a 20 ampere. We have a 15 ampere and 20 ampere. Okay, so how do we know what fuse do we want? Do we want higher fuse or lower fuse? Guys, we do not know unless you start calculating. Okay, now I want to know how much current does the electric kettle needs. I need to know how much current the microwave oven needs. So how am I going to calculate this? Okay, so I'm going to throw this down. I'm going to do P equals to VI. Okay, so my power here is going to be 2200, voltage 240 V. So my current will be equals to 2200 divided by 240. So I'll get 9.167 ampere. So that's my current. Okay, so this is going to be 9.167 ampere. Now what about this one? So 2000 divided by 240, my current will be 8.333 ampere. So 8.33 ampere. Okay, so what is the total current that will flow out here? Sorry. Sorry lah, guys. You can see I'm not good at doing all this live stuff. Okay, so guys, okay, 17. So guys, the total is 17 ampere. The total is 17 ampere. So 15 ampere tak boleh lah. Cannot lah. So immediately I know 15 is like wrong. Okay, can, alright. Okay, so I can't take this. I can't take this. I can only take the R and T. Okay, finally, still cannot see. Can see already lah. Okay, so you will realize that now we are looking for 20. Okay, so then after that, this and this has a problem. Okay, guys. So what you can see is this is in series, this is in parallel. So obviously, which is better? Parallel lah. Last but not least, you also see this is the thicker wire, thinner wire. So therefore, the answer is T. T is the best. Why do we choose 20? Okay, very good question. Dark Web Princess 9935. Okay. Now my current is already 17. Okay. Now I just explained how does a fuse work lah. Okay, let me just explain the fuse. Okay. Imagine. Okay, it's not really like this, but I just cut the chase easy lah. Fuse okay. So imagine I'm afraid that too much current will flow on into my TV. So I takut my TV later rosak because my TV very expensive. Okay, and I realized that my TV averagely needs 17 ampere of current to work. So 17 ampere go in baru my TV can function normally lah. Okay. But what am I afraid? I'm afraid that if sometimes, right, when you watch TV during raining, then maybe got lightning strike, got Pikachu. Okay. So suddenly got Pikachu. Then lightning strike. Suddenly 5,000 ampere strike. Then immediately boom, 5,000 ampere masuk your TV straight away go into flames, Legit one. So ultimately, okay, we pasang something called as a fuse. So this fuse, maybe I set this fuse as 18 ampere. Or I can even set this fuse maybe let's say 20 ampere. So if one day the current is less than 20, the current will just flow across the fuse, no problem. So it will go across the fuse, into the fuse, into the fuse, into the fuse. Because it's less than 20. So everything is perfect, everything is good, nothing is wrong. But when lightning strikes, kaboom, then then suddenly too much current goes in, this fuse will melt. So it will melt in a way that it actually blocks the current. So now your current cannot enter already. So if your current cannot enter, so your TV will not kena lightning strike. Because once the current goes higher than 20, it stops. Less than 20, okay. So you see, if your fuse is 15 ampere, but the total current flowing through here is 17. So meaning to say when you use this, it's already putus already. Chun Hei, very good question. We write the number. We write 20 ampere here. We say we use 20 ampere. We do not write higher. Very good question. Okay, Chun Hei. Okay, but teacher, low resistance. Yeah. Okay, Eden T. Okay, see I think I know why you're confused, Eden. Okay, guys. Some people ask me, hey teacher, your electric kettle want to produce heat, right? Your microwave oven also want to produce heat, right? So your resistance must be higher kan? Okay? Cannot. Okay, why? Because Eden, if you ask me about the heating element, this heating element, then yes, heating element must have high resistance. Yes, the heating element high resistance, but this is the wire outside. Hey, you cook water, you masak the water inside or you masak with the wire. So imagine this is the USB cable, okay? So this cable plug into the electric kettle. So now which one needs to produce heat? The cable produce heat or the kettle inside produce heat? The inside, right? So the heating element is high resistance. Yup. The heating element confirm high resistance. But now this is the connecting wire. So connecting wire is the USB cable. Okay, Eden, can. Okay, hope you hear the answer. Okay, so therefore we are using the wire. Okay, how to write this answer? Okay, guys, I will just write it out with you all because hi nowadays if I don't write the answer out, you all don't know how on. Okay, guys, I'm very hungry. I'm really really very hungry. Okay. Now, okay, so guys, let's talk about why must be 20 ampere first lah. Okay, so let's just say, okay, our table, guys, you just imagine there's a table okay. So you say the fuse is 20 ampere. Okay, so what is our explanation? Okay, we will say because the total current in circuit is 17 point. What did we calculate out just now? 17 point. Part in sun plus 9.167. 17.5 lah, agak-agak. So therefore, fuse has to be higher than 17.5 ampere. That's it lah. Cukup. That's it. Okay, Ken. All right. Yes, no problem. Okay, then after that, next. Okay. Guys, how to explain why parallel circuit is better? Why parallel is more superior? Guys, how do we say? Okay, why cannot write higher? Okay, so sometimes certain things okay, eternity, you probably came in late. Hey, if I ask you eternity, if I put this fuse, I put 1000 ampere, will it be better? Will it be better? The answer is no, right? Because you want it to be like just nice. You cannot be too high so that it has to melt. Yeah, so therefore you have to know what a fuse does first. Okay, can, all right. Okay, so can okay, so therefore you cannot hire. For instance, okay, let's say geostation. What is the orbital period of geostationary satellite? Of geostationary satellite. Okay, you of course write 24 hours. You cannot write, yeah. Okay, okay. So what is the advantage of parallel circuit? Okay, guys, there are many ways you can write. I write the easiest way. All right. If one appliance fails, if satu rosak, the others can still light up normally. Okay, but if you don't want to remember a very general answer, you want to write can. I also accept they will receive the same voltage. Can. Okay, but I like this blue color answer is because I feel like every single time I write this, right, wow, confident because I read so many times already. Okay, okay. So usually I thought the first one no need to write. No. BM you translate yourself. Okay, can you mean what, this one? Need. Yes, of course you have to write the normal operating current because the only way you choose 20 is because you did the calculation. In fact, Kaisen, I will even put this calculation in it. I will even put the calculation, I'll show the calculation inside. Okay, can, all right. Okay, then after that, next. Okay, things, okay, obviously we have like, you want it to be, parallel is always better. Kaisen, both acceptable. Both acceptable. Okay, then after that, the next one, okay, guys. What about the thicker wire? Okay, the thicker wire is so that you have lower resistance. You can also say reduce heat loss in wires. Okay, and then after that, the last one will be what? Parallel circuit. Yes, correct. The operating current, the total current circuit also can. Okay, can. And then the other one is 240, 200 because you have to match the 240 volts. That's it. Okay. Okay, so come on guys, let's go to the next part. Okay, can. In which situation do you use series? Okay, to be very honest, Ren Heng, I can't even tell you a situation where series is better. Unless you want to cheat money, then series better. Okay, what is cheat money? Okay, because you see, if you use series, right? Imagine this wire, like this only. Okay, but if you use this, imagine you have to extend wires out. So parallel circuit cost is higher. So if you ask me, where do you use series? When those people they make those China maybe stuff, yeah, that is for, wait guys, this is okay, wait, this is for if it is a load. Okay, if this is a load, okay, but if it's battery, then maybe you have different story. Okay guys, remember a series for battery and parallel has different effects. For this one, you have to pandai also. So don't look at battery the same as light bulb. They are actually very different. Okay, Ken? Okay, guys. Now the next question is this. Okay, which one of this Which one of these will produce the brightest light bulb? Why the parallel arrangement has a curve? Where? Where got curve? Oh, you mean this thing? To show that the wire is not connecting. The wire is not connected, not like stick together. So it's like overlap the other side. Can Okay, come on guys, let's continue. Okay, jump. Come on. So what about the next one? You see, a lot of people start fainting already. The class start to be less than 300 people already. Everybody start to KO already. Say cheese, guys. Okay, so guys, which is better? Cannot. Later must watch the England Haaland. Cannot. Okay. Okay, so guys, the answer is, okay, if I want to see the brighter light bulb, right? Okay, obviously my resistivity of wire must be low resistivity. So I'm going to choose the low resistivity wire. I'm going to choose the low resistivity wire. I don't do the high resistance, and I also don't do the high resistivity wire. Okay, so we will obviously choose the low resistivity wire. Okay, then after that, you see, very obvious one, guys. This answer is very obvious one. It's a very obvious one. Okay, why? You want your light bulb parallel or series? Of course, your light bulb must be parallel, right? Okay. So this is the way you're gonna sambung your battery. Okay, so the answer is R. So guys, okay, if you are here right now, you should be able to understand this thing. So it's actually not that difficult after all, guys. It is not that susah after all. So this is our part for electricity. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna do one more part. Okay, I overestimate myself already. I too hungry already, guys. Okay, so this one settle Okay can done already transistor calculation also settle already Okay, now what about motor versus generator? Okay, what about motor versus generator? Okay, guys, can I go take something to eat first? Okay, I go take something to eat first. I pump ads first. Wait, guys, I go take something to eat first. Okay, bye. Alright, now, so guys, okay, well, I enjoy my Kit Kat. Okay, my melted Kit Kat. My dream is to roll the chair everywhere. Okay. Yeah. And this one the quality very good, very fast one. The wheel very tune one. Okay, guys. Okay, now let's do motor versus generator. Okay. What's in the room? There. Oh, if you open this door, right, you go Narnia, you go Harry Potter world. Yeah. Okay, now let's see the motor versus generator. Okay, jump, let's go. Okay, come on, guys. Question number 10. Thick meh? Okay. Yeah lah. Okay, now let's go. Come on, guys. Okay. So this is a permanent magnet inside a bicycle dynamo rotating at high speed. Okay. Now, so they ask, okay, what is the energy change that happens in the dynamo? So when your this thing rotate, right? What is the energy change that takes place? So the answer is going to be very simple, lor. What? What energy change takes place? So if you have a dynamo bicycle means you mengayo the bicycle, right? So guys, if you start pedaling the bicycle is what energy? Obviously is kinetic energy, lor. Okay, then finally you create the light bulb, right? So therefore this is going to be kinetic to electrical energy, lor. Okay, very easy, okay. Guys, welcome back. Okay, then next, take the concept. Okay, no. Better don't write, don't draw arrow, write two. Okay. Now state the physics concept involved. Okay, guys. Number one, when we produce electricity, it is actually due to something what we call the change in magnetic flux. Okay. Now Jung Hao also call this change as the cutting of magnetic flux, change in magnetic flux, cutting of magnetic flux. So guys, state the physics concept involved. So what is the physics concept used here? Very good, Marcus Yu. This is actually what we call it as the electromagnetic induction. Okay, so therefore that's how you cutting of magnetic flux, change in magnetic flux produces this thing. Okay, now why I choose this question is because later okay, this is where it becomes weird. Okay, state modifications need to be done to the dynamo to increase the brightness of the bulb. Okay, so what do you want? If you want to make the bulb brighter, your magnet use must be stronger or weaker. So you must use what? Okay. Magnetic flux is just basically magnetic field. Okay, basically, if you don't know what magnetic flux is, this is just basically magnetic field punya lines. So it's like literally magnetic flux is north-south, all these lines, the garisan. That's it. Okay. Now guys, rather than we say use strong magnet, right? Okay, I will say use magnet with stronger magnetic field. Okay, some teachers they very evil one. When you say use stronger magnet, they will say, oh, so the magnet must be keras. Is it like hard keras? No. We just want the magnet that has strong magnetic field. So I emphasize on the magnetic field. Okay. So guys, who can tell me why you want stronger magnetic field to increase the brightness of the bulb? Curved magnet no, Kaixing cannot. Because they're asking you about the, and then no, right, curved magnet Kaixing, I believe you're talking about concave shape, not curved shape. Curved shape cannot. Okay. So we will say that you can increase the rate of change of magnetic flux to increase, you can say, induced current flow. Okay, so meaning to say that if you increase the rate of change of magnetic flux, means you increase the cutting of magnetic flux, you're going to have more induced current. Okay, can, or you can also say produce more magnetic field. Can, if you don't want, you just say that so that you have more magnetic field is produced. Okay, then next, okay, what about the number of turns of the coil? So this one is also obviously more number of turns lah. Okay, then guys, what is your answer? Is it the same answer? Okay, can you write the word cut for magnetic field? Okay, VVML. Okay, it's a very good question, Rachel. I I will say it this way lah. Okay, I'll say it this way lah for the VML who asked this. Okay, can I write cutting of magnetic flux? Okay, so whenever I am not sure, okay, I will say I'm not sure. Whenever people ask me this kind of question, my advice is always follow the textbook. So VVML3, your textbook tulis apa? Do you know? Okay, if you don't know, then let's find out together. Okay, if you see here they actually use the word cut the magnetic field lines. Okay, all right. Okay, however, cut the magnetic field lines. Okay, got. Don't worry. Okay, but then if you look at the definition, it is changing of magnetic flux. Okay, so meaning to say VVML. Okay, if we describe right cutting can accept, but definition must be changed magnetic field. So are you satisfied? The answer means if you describe normally the action, see we got cut the magnetic field lines. But when you write the definition, because the definition must be fixed one, then we write change magnetic field. Okay, so that's my advice to you. Okay, hope it answers your question. I'm trying to help everybody here. Okay, so more number of turns, it is the same thing lah. So you can also say increase the rate of change of magnetic flux. Increase the rate of change of magnetic flux to increase the induced current and everything. Okay, and then finally, what is the suitable material of the core wire? Okay, so here also got one more problem. Answer can stack, can. Okay, wait can write same answer twice. Okay, I just randomly take Okay, let me ask you a question, guys. What does your school teacher follow? Okay, let me ask you a question. Should we follow your school teacher, follow Junghao, or follow schema jawaban? Come on, guys. Who do you, your opinion. Do you think should follow me, school teacher, or schema jawaban? Schema, textbook, schema, and textbook, correct? So, do you think schema is the best answer? Yes, because why? At the end, SPM, right? SPM, they will mark berdasarkan schema. So it's not your school teacher who is marking the paper also. Okay, so I just randomly show you lah. Let's say, okay, we take this one panduan penskoran petalin utama. This one, okay. So you will see that, okay, you look at their explanation. Okay, you look at their M10, M12. Is their explanation the same? Same or not? Selangor. Same or not? You look at this one. Meningkatkan pecotan. What state is this? Kelantan. Same or not? Okay? So why sometimes your teacher mark you wrong is because the answer that you write is wrong. You write twice the wrong answer. Of course you wrong lah. Okay? You write the sky is pink. You write 10 times, also 10 times wrong lah, because the sky is not pink, bro. Okay? Now, suitable material of coil wire. Should I write the characteristics of the coil wire or should I write the name? Okay, Zoe, that's a very good question. Okay, it is better to write induced EMF. It is better to write induced EMF. Okay, why? Because definition is induced EMF. Zoe 44. Zoe 44, are you Zoe Teo Zi? Okay, you see, definition is induced EMF. So if they ask you for definition, always write definition. Elise Liu. That thing, the one that you want, I post in our class so many times already. So many times already. Now only you ask me, Elise. It's the QR code that I gave you all before. Ayo, so many times already. Okay, you have the QR code one. Okay, so guys, come on, guys. I want to continue. I want to end the class already. Okay, so should I write the name of the material or should I write the characteristics? Okay, if that thing is fixed, okay, fixed, we will just say that it is copper. We will name the name of the material. Okay, Ken, we will name the name of the material. So why copper? Because it has lower resistivity. So therefore, technically, you will have higher current flow. Okay, now at least I give you one more chance. If you really want that thing, you can scan this QR code. This is the last chance already, guys. I get very mad when I say this in normal class, right? Then nobody want to care. They're like, DJ, can I want it? Can I want it? Now, faster. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now, so let's come back to here. Okay, so lower resistivity, higher current flow. Okay, now we look at this one. Okay, guys, this is a motor. And this will be our last question for today. Guys, cannot, I'm very tilted already. Okay, can. Now, okay, this motor. Okay, now you see, okay, this is the motor, and they ask you the same thing. The number of magnet, the number of coil, and the number of coil and number of, okay, and the number of turns of coil. Okay, fine. So, okay, now, come on, guys. Can you tell me the number of magnets? So this is a motor, guys. So this is the fan motor, that you blow air, that one, the Jisoo life one, Okay. And this is obviously, is it a direct current motor? Is it an alternating current motor, guys? What motor is this? Guys, common sense lah. Obviously, it's going to be direct current motor. How do I know it is direct current motor? How do I know it's direct current motor? Very simple one. Basically, because it is battery. Yeah, correct. Correct. It is battery. Okay. Then after that, 19. Okay, next week. Okay. So you will see that this is a motor RS after that. Okay. So the number of magnet, and then after that they say, okay, so you want more number of magnets. Okay, so guys, why do you want more number of magnets? Okay, we can use back the answer just now. Okay, we can say because you will produce stronger magnetic field. Okay, more magnets, you will have more magnetic field and so on. Okay, Ken? Okay, now this one, I bet half of you here will get it wrong. What about the number of coils? Okay, guys, why would you want more number of coils? Why would you want more number of coils? Okay, can I write because to increase the cutting or the change of magnetic flux? The answer here is wrong. Hey guys, you think properly, motor got cutting of magnetic flux or not? Motor got make electricity or not? No lah. Okay, so the answer here is if we have more coils, okay, you can increase, okay, the strength of catapult field. Okay, guys, if you don't know what is catapult field, you need to go and see the video that I teach you all before. Catapult field is essentially this thing, guys. The north south let's say the dot and cross, then you have like the lines and this one you all know, right? The lines and this one. Yeah, so to increase the share of catapult field. Then after that, you increase the force produced. So this one, you can write the same answer, more number of turns of coil. You will also increase the strength of the catapult field to increase the force produced. Also same answer. Okay Can Okay, so therefore that's the idea. You want to have higher strength so that you have higher force, higher strength of catapult field, then higher force. So therefore the answer here is going to be motor S. Okay, can. Yeah. Okay, so finally you will realize that very easy one. Okay, but the thing is that I'm more worried that motor, you all don't know how to describe. You all don't know how to draw catapult field. You don't know how to do those stuff. Okay, that one is the main focus lah. Okay, can. Okay, so guys, let me see. Okay, so motor generator also know. Remember the explanation for a generator and the explanation for a motor is totally different. Two different style of writing it. So how we explain them will be completely different. So we are also done with this thing already, also set already. So let me see. Okay, did we miss out any important stuff today? Yes, of course. With ML, okay, you go and see my video, right? Okay, if you just go to like my YouTube channel, right, you will realize that there will be this there's this thing that's like electromagnetism that says 0% to 100%. So therefore, that thing, right, is actually yeah. Then you will see one of the video there that talk about motor versus generator. Most importantly, is like left hand and right hand timing group. That one is the difficult part. Okay, so surprisingly, we did quite a lot, much more than I thought we could. I initially wanted to do this inclined plane question, but I don't think I have the mental strength to do already lah. Because now people start talking nonsense in the chat already. So it's like the serious people all like tired already. Now it's all the like so therefore, guys, okay, make sure you all finish up the quantum physics as well. Okay, so okay, I'm quite satisfied with our progress lah. Okay, can, all right. Yeah. Okay can continue share about it. Cannot lah, bro. Tak boleh lah. Okay, still standing out. Okay, guys. My dog sleeping. Okay, now. So Tianfeng, guys, for people who know that tomorrow we still have booster class okay, guys. So I want to like peng san myself first. Okay, guys, remember, if you can, try to download this file and do it. Okay, one more thing that I can advise you all is do this one. Okay, this bonus question. This one. Okay, can, all right. Yeah, this one is the legit one, the important one. Okay, tomorrow booster is 11 a.m. Tomorrow booster is 11 a.m. Okay, yeah, the half-life and then this one. Because you have to see how many alpha, how many beta, and you have to learn how to write the equation. So, yeah. So therefore, it's like, if you know what I'm saying, this is an alpha, this is an alpha, and then this is a beta, this is a beta. So the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alpha and 2 beta. Yeah, if you know how to do this thing, then cukup power already. Okay, can, all right. So guys, yeah, I don't want you all to like struggle too late, then later you all fall sick lah. Okay, but anyway, no. online. Okay, this I love BP is what? You graduated already, is it? Who are you? Okay, can, all right. Now, so okay, guys. If you guys got no problem, okay, I think we can only sampai sini sahaja. Okay. If we have time, we can do if we want to next time. Okay, probably let's say what are the next exam or maybe your trials or maybe even SPM. Okay. Uh, Even if today you're not my student, guys, thanks for coming. We're gonna call it a day here. Very tired already. Okay, I already. Okay. So thank you everybody. Good night everyone. Hope you all study hard. Okay, can, all right. So bye 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 bye. Oh, you see me on Thursday? Swear. Bye bye everyone.